Alrighty, we are live. Heyo, how we all doing? So basically, how this is going to work is I'm just going to go through every single question that we got, and if you have any questions, just leave them right here in the stream, and I'll make sure to go through them. Also, if you want a question answered in real time, um, just fill out that Google form right there. I want to start doing these weekly. I think it's fun just to sit down and chat with, chat with chat and go live and talk some shit. So anyway, without further ado, I'm not going to waste any more time. We're just going to go ahead and get started. All right. First question we got that's actually related is from Jacob. So he says he's not doing much with his reselling business, which is fine. We all got room to grow. He says that he's selling cologne right now, and he asked what are some names he could use to list my colognes. So I'm pretty sure that you're talking about just like listing a product. Not very specific, but I think that's probably a good enough question to start. Just like for cologne specifically, I don't sell a ton of cologne, just for full transparency. I mainly sell AirPods because they're just higher profit margin. They're easier to sell. But I have sold cologne before, and the way that you get around it is, well, first off, you have to be warming up your account correctly. So I'm just going to assume that you're doing that. And if you're not doing that, I have a full 1 hour course on how to do that, so you can go watch that. Second, literally just say like 1-to-1. So just in your title, just go 1-to-1, and that's it. That's all you got to do. If you just do that, like I promise you're gonna have like a way better time with it compared to, compared to anything else. Just frame it 1-to-1. Or if you want, this is something I talked about in the reselling guide. Just like change out one of the letters. So like capitalize a letter of like baccarat. So capitalize the A, or make the A like the like and symbol. So just try that out. I'm gonna go through some of the questions that are in chat right now. I think that's kind of the main way that I would do it. Also, another big thing about reselling is that you are going to get your accounts banned. There's a reason why I don't do a ton of account-based reselling. I do something called arbitrage reselling now. I'll talk about more of that later, and I have videos coming out about it soon. But accounts are very, very reliant on like just the platform, and I like to be unreliant on platforms just because like I have to like keep going into making accounts. Like generally when you're reselling and if you're doing a good amount of volume, you should be going through like accounts every like quarter or so. You should be just like going in and making new ones every quarter, just like as good practice. All right, so I'm gonna go through some of these. How do you get past eBay authentication reselling Canadian Canada Goose? I don't know what kind of authentication you're trying to do. Just sell it as used. I don't really think that there's a good authentication to do. What's the best cologne to sell? Depends on your area. So I talk about this in videos, but what you can do is just go to Facebook Marketplace right now and look up cologne and then sort by sold, and that will be the best cologne to sell in your area. Because in every single area, it's going to be wildly different. In my area, traditionally, Dior sells a lot better. Some places sell much better Baccarat. So somebody just asked best UK products. That's how you find out what the best product is for your area. Is you just go to Facebook Marketplace, like look up whatever, sort by sold, and just see how often people are selling it. If people are selling it a shit ton, like if you go to AirPods in most areas, that's why I like selling AirPods, because they're like consistently the highest thing to sell, even though like yeah, it's oversaturated, but like it doesn't matter. People are gonna want AirPods forever. There are things that come and go. Like clothing tends to like come and go, which is gonna be another question that we're gonna answer soon. But like clothing tends to like come in and out. Like there's like phases of clothing, and like there's phases when Hellstar is really popular. There's phases when North Face is very popular. If you want to sell like for winter, North Face does decent in a lot of spaces right now. Canadian Goose would also do well. I have friends who are crushing it right now with North Face and Canadian Goose. Um, so yeah, that's that. I bought the AirPods from your video. Now they're not on DHgate anymore. Will you still be getting them? Yeah. So products get taken down all the time. Thanks for your love, random YouTuber. Products get taken down all the time on DHgate. It's totally normal. You're still gonna get your stuff. The product link is back now. That's very very normal. Very very frequent. Do you think Spider totals sell good? What the hell? Spider toadies? I don't know what toadies is. But Spider can be fine. I have people who made I know people who made a lot of money with Spider. I've been iffy on it, but Spider can work. DHgate suppliers don't ship to my country. Spider hoodies. Yeah. No, they work fine. There isn't really anything wrong with it. DHgate doesn't ship to your country. In DHgate, go to the country selector and select China. And most likely it's going to be able to ship to your country. A lot of sellers are not selling to the US right now because of the tariffs. If you want to get that change, call your congressman. Download the 6 Calls app and talk to your congressman about it, because they'll be the ones that can actually change it for you. And like if you're in a situation where like that's just what's happening, like honestly there's like nothing you can do. Unless like you just have to pick like a different product. And it can happen, and it's annoying and it sucks. You can check out the private vendors. They will ship anywhere no matter what. But like I don't think like it's just something that happens. I have created a post box, like a PO box, sorry, in the UK. So I started like a UK business and made a post box. And then there's a ton of platforms that you can use to make that happen. And then I just have all the products shipped to me directly. It's expensive. It's like $100. It's like $100 a month. But if you're doing like big bulk volume and like you really need it to stay consistent no matter what, and you don't want to rely on the US bullshit, that's something you can do. I have a good store to Apple headphone if you want. No, it's not good. Also, I don't negotiate with spam terrorists, so stop spamming. I'll get to your questions. What do you think personal meanings? I don't know what that means. Best UK products? I don't know. You're going to have to look it up. How much time 101 AirPod Pro 3 takes to release, in your opinion? It's usually about a month after, so it'll be a hot time to sell them once that happens. I'll have a product link for that and a review as soon as I can get my hands on it. But for like AirPods 4, it took about a month for it all to come out. So I'll do my level best. So basically, even when they get taken down, I will still receive them. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you'll still get them. How much product are you starting with? As much as you can. If you really want to bring down your, if you really want to bring down like your pricing, like bring down your profit, then only order in one. So if you order in bulk, you just get a better deal across all the products. And if you know how to sell it and you're consistent with selling it, then yeah, just place a bulk order. But something that I advocate for all the time is always just do one product. Buy one product, sell it, and then that's it until you hit 10K per month. I don't think there's any reason why any of you should be unable to make it with more than like one product. Like people like to bulk up end products for like camera. What I'm telling you right now, if you just focus on selling one thing, you learn everything about it. If you just stick to it, stop thinking the grass is greener on the other side, because it's probably not. Just stick to your one thing and just make it. Congrats on being from India and making 50K per month, dude. That's fucking sick. How many colognes should I order? Same thing. As your advice and videos and the $97 compliment to come with a French audience. Yeah, I mean it works anywhere. Those hidden vendors ship all over the world. What's the best things to resell right now? Check your local area. Like go to Facebook Marketplace, go to Sold. If you're selling in person locally, just go to whatever marketplace app you're using and figure out what people are actually selling. Stop trying to like min max, like, oh, I should like ship the products around for this season. Just pick one thing that is consistently selling in your area, buy that one thing in bulk if you can, and then just sell that one thing. Remove all the complicated parts. I'm telling people to do this because like people like to like min max the amount of stuff. And like, oh, I should buy like 10 different products because I can make like more money with cologne than I can with AirPods. I know people that do 100K per month on just AirPods. I know people who do 200K per month on just spiders. It's like the people at the top of the game are only focusing on one thing and just learning everything about that one thing. When you try to do too many things, it clouds your brain, it clouds your judgment, and you just can't do it. Like it just becomes too much. Do you suggest in the winter season just see what's selling? How to know if a product will sell, but how do I know? That's the same thing. You said the same thing. What does everybody say DHgate is bad? Do they just want to sell their supplier? Yeah, usually. So, I mean, it kind of depends. So DHgate, because of how big it is, there have been crappy sellers who sell crappy things. That's why I make reviews for everything that you can go and watch. So you know that, like, okay, I'm buying this, and it's going to be good because here's the video review for it. That's why I don't recommend people just to go on DHgate and, like, look up willy-nilly, because they're, like, just like Amazon. Like, you know, Amazon has scammers because DHgate is like China's Amazon. It's fucking massive. They do billions of dollars a day like Amazon does in revenue. Not a day, but weekly. They do billions of dollars weekly like Amazon does. If the government catches your order, I have never once heard of anybody getting their thing seized. I've never seen it happening once. And with DHgate, just get insurance. It's pretty simple. All right, we're going to go back to the main questions. Okay. So Rahul here is making about 2K per month. Fucking crushing it. Good shit, man. He's selling iPhones, Moissanite, and car parts. Take a challenge from scratch with no social media and just as a pure beginner. I don't really know what you mean by challenge here, but like I'll just take a guess what you mean by reselling. Again, what I would do is I would only focus on one product. Just buy one product, list it on every single marketplace sites with a properly warmed up account, which I talk about how to do in the full hour guide. Just buy one product, list it, and just simple. Just make it as simple as you possibly can. Stop trying to like overcomplicate it. Just bring it down to its most simple component. And when you just like really, really bring it down, you'll be surprised how easily you can just like crush and dominate a market because it's easy. I talk about this a lot. So he's saying that the best thing to do is to find a popular product around us and stick with it. Yes. Just pick one. Stop trying to fuck around and do like dozens of products. You are fucking yourself over in the long term. You're just gonna have a hard time. I watch a lot of people reselling in the US. Will it be different in the Netherlands? I don't see why not. Do you do meetups? Used to, I don't anymore. I would recommend doing it if you're starting. Just because it's like meetups just aren't as scalable. It's like, you know, I know people who can run up like $1,000 a day doing meetups, and that's about it. Because you're doing like 5-6 a day, and when you're like driving all around town, it just gets hard and annoying. So that's why I just do arbitrage now, where it's just like I just make TikToks and shorts, and then I just run ads to them where I just link people into like a group, and then like in the group you just sell them on the product. It's like that's what I do now, and then I basically just like bulk drop ship it. You can do it. I do it with Telegram, but you can do it with Discord. There's a bunch of different ways. What is eBay automation? I don't know any way to automate eBay besides just hiring people to make accounts for you. Maybe there's some like shitty AI bot that could do like something, but like it probably sucks. Okay, let's move on. Adam is currently undergoing training and making no money from reselling. He plans to sell everything. No. You should pick one. So that's my big piece of advice, is just pick one. As a French, I want to know if your reply also applies to French. eBay is not as popular here. We have Fended. Yeah, if something's more popular, then pick it. Like, yeah, obviously, like that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If it makes more sense to move somewhere else, like I just recommend doing anything and everything. All right, David is making 9K per month. Good fucking shit, dude. That's fucking awesome. I plan to sell. Sorry, he says it's a secret. Totally chill, boss. But he's trying to get into headphones. How do you phrase your listings for AirPods slash AirPod Max so it's clear they aren't genuine? But they have refund as buyers say they're clearly fakes, which was my eBay account at risk. That just means you have shitty AirPods. If you have good AirPods, then nobody should be able to tell. And also, just like say they're 1-to-1, just like in the product description, or just say like Bluetooth headphones, and then just say I got these AirPods. I don't know if they're real. I'm just trying to move them. Just say something like that. Okay. Grayson, he's not doing very good. He was selling AirPods, but he sold all of them, and the eBay just had to ban his account, so we lost $200. You didn't lose that money. eBay's going to give you that in 6 months. It'll take 6 months, but you'll get it. He's selling Baccarat and AirPods. How to start making real money because all I do is eBay. So it just sounds like you need to do more. So he's saying right here that he needs to start making real money because he only uses eBay. Because it's the easiest, but it's hard to get views. So eBay is not the easiest. The easiest thing to do is just to do more. So if eBay is working for you, why don't you make 10 eBay accounts and list across all of them? Like why don't you just do 10 times the work? And then like the Copa's going to start where it's like, but like I don't feel like it. Like I don't really want to. 10 times the work. If something is working for you and you want to make it more, just do 10 times the amount of it. So like when I was making YouTube videos, like I would just like when I make YouTube videos to this channel, I know that it works. So I'm just going to make 10 times the content. I'm going to make 10 times the better content. Same with reselling. I'm just going to sell 10 times the products, buy 10 times the amount of products, do 10 times the amount of marketing. Just like if something's working, scale, and keep it going, and just keep going. That's another good piece of advice. I have to be worried about tax. My bank account is accusing me of money laundering. You have to be doing weird shit with your bank account if you're getting like money laundering stuff. Like I don't understand how hard this is. Just like have a bank account, be normal, pay taxes on it. It's just pay taxes on it, dude. It's easy to pay your taxes. The IRS has a thing called direct file. I file everything under self-employment. I send my whatever tax bill to the IRS every year. I've done it for like 3 years now. I don't understand how this is complicated. Could you sell a rep phone? Yeah, if it's good. The iPhone vendor, it's just an iPhone 11 and an iPhone 15 case, and like an iPhone 15 shell. So yeah, it's good. Is OfferUp good? Yeah, it can be. How to make lots of eBay accounts? You just make lots of eBay accounts. Use Proton Mail, NordVPN with a dedicated IP, and just make them. Like there's no other way to do it. It's going to take you like an hour, and it's going to be annoying, and it's going to suck. And then like it's going to take you an hour to do it all and then list all of it. What's the best way to receive money from customer in eBay without any chargebacks? Sell them a good product. Just sell them a good product, dude. Like like our goal here is just like an easy way to make some fast money, because like reselling it, like some people make like 50K and that's awesome. I make really good money from reselling too, but that's because I do arbitrage. But like reselling is not the thing that's going to make you like a billionaire. It's just like the easiest business model to start, because all you do is you just buy a product, you list it, and then you sell it. But because like anybody can do that, it's your skill isn't going to go that far. That's why I always tell people to like really focus on the actual skill gaining, focus on being able to sell to customers, focus on being able to list things, do customer service, take payments. Like when you get these basic fundamental skills, they will serve you in the rest of your life, and you might be able to start like a better business afterward. AirPod Maxes and AirPods don't sell much as Beats and Skull Candy do in my area. Where can I find a vendor for those? I have a Beats vendor. I don't have Skull Candy. I've never heard of anybody doing Skull Candy. I've never seen Skull Candy. I would have no idea how to do it. But one pair of AirPods just to check it. Do you recommend that you buy a lot? If you do recommend, at what point do I buy in bulk? Dude, just like a lot of this, like a lot of the questions that you guys have are just like, if you just did it, you would have a fine time. Like the biggest piece of advice that I can give most of you is just try things. It's like you buy one AirPod, it doesn't work, even though like it should, but like I don't know, like I'm inventing like a weird scenario where it doesn't work for you. Worst case scenario, it doesn't sell and you spend like $35 and you learn a shit ton in the process. It's like, why aren't you just trying things? It's like if you want to buy in bulk, if you feel confident in your ability to sell, then buy in bulk. If not, just buy one. It's fine. Like, I mean, you'll save money buying in bulk in the long term, but you don't have to. It's not necessary. It's just like, if you really want to make shit happen, then yeah, buy in bulk. Heard that car parts are also resellable. Is it profitable? I've heard of people doing it. I don't know anything about it. Okay, so let's go back to the reselling hotline questions. Okay, so Xavier here, he sells, he does 25K per year, which is rad. He does Ray-Bans, Oakleys, North Face, Cologne. How do I grow my business and hit full-time incomes, e.g. 8,520? So, like I said, reselling is not going to be the thing that makes you like super, super rich, but I think 85 to 100 is pretty reasonable. Just do more. Like, make more accounts, sell more products, buy more products. I would choose one product that sells for you the best. Don't focus on the one that has the most profit. Focus on the one that makes you the most money. Because if you sell one product once a week that makes you $1,000 in profit, like, yeah, that's cool and all, but that only ends up being $4K per month. Compare that to a product that only makes you like $100 profit, but you can sell 100 of them a month. That's 10 grand per month. That's like twice as much money. So the thing that you need to be focusing on is just what makes you more money, not what makes you more profit, and then just doubling down, just doing more. If you just do more, you're just going to have a better time. All right, Holmes, he hasn't started yet, okay? But he wants to sell AirPods and Moissanite. How do I tell my buyers that they're fake? Again, just one-to-one. Just say they're one-to-one. It's pretty simple. Just say one-to-one, or my grandma bought these. I don't know if they're real, so I'm selling them for cheap, but they work just like the real ones, and then have a video of you showing it off. Especially for something like Moissanite, people don't care as long as it looks right. Okay. The same guy asked 3 questions, and he's selling 3 things. Can you go in depth with a full list? I'm not getting any offers. I did in an hour-long video. What are the most unsaturated products? Depends on your area. Go to Facebook Marketplace and look it up. Other than the guides, how can I scale after my first sale? You can do arbitrage like what I'm doing, where you can just run ads directly into a group and just buy it there and just have people buy from there. And then just drop ship it, basically. That's something you can do. I'm going to have a bunch of videos coming out and stuff for that soon. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure to sub, because I got stuff coming for that. Why did they ban G resell in the Discord? I ban people who all the time who self-promote, so you probably got banned for self-promoting. Okay, this guy's Brandon's made $400 so far. Nice shit. He sells AirPods and colognes. Best places to get shipping supplies, Amazon. I get all mine from Amazon. Back when I was like shipping stuff consistently and a lot. Amazon. Okay, Jonathan hasn't started yet. He's interested in selling cologne. How much product do we need to start? Cologne vendor ship to Puerto Rico. They might just go to the country selector, and if Puerto Rico isn't there, just like China, and it'll probably be able to ship from there. If not, get a PO box. Okay, Isaiah has made no money, and he plans to resell the clothes from the spreadsheet. If the spreadsheet says 3 to 5 day delivery, I want to place an order for Hellstar, but DHgate will say it'll arrive only next month. So they say that as just like a generalization, so it just kind of depends. I say 3 to 5 days because that's just like what my experience was, especially if I was doing a bulk order. But I have no idea. But like worst case scenario comes next month, and like so, like does it matter? I don't think it matters, because if you ordered it a month ago, you would have it today, and you can start selling it to make money. So the best time to start would have been yesterday, but second best time to start is today. Is the way I would think about it. Okay, Arthurov said he made $100. He sells AirPods. If the government catches the order, will they seize it? Will I have a fine? I don't know how India works, but I've never heard of anybody catching an order. And like, what are they catching exactly? You're buying Bluetooth earbuds. Who cares? Diego, he sells headphones. Apple-related headphones don't sell as well as Skull Candy. Oh, the guy already asked the same question. So I already answered that. What would you suggest in winter season? Just like what's selling. Just go to your local area and see what's selling. It's pretty easy. Do vendors ship to Puerto Rico? I don't know. You'll have to check. What do you think of Kako Buy? I don't care about any of the agents. They're all run by the same fucking people. They're all the same fucking thing. Panda Buy, Super Buy, Who Buy, Agent Buy, fucking CN Buy, Sugar Goo. Like every single one of them are run by the same group of people. They're all just as big of a scam as the last one, as in by scam. Like they'll send you your products after you pay a set amount for them, and then like $300 extra for shipping. That's why I tell people to use DHgate, because it's like you buy it, you pay for the shipping, and then it gets sent to your house. There's none of this bullshit stored in a warehouse, whatever. That's all just a big massive grift. At what point do you tell people it's 1-to-1 since the ad is messed up? Just in the listing. It's pretty simple. Is it normal that my AirPod replicas make the ding dong when I open the voice for the first time? Yeah, because real AirPods do that. Just connect them to your phone if you want to get rid of it, and then it won't happen anymore. I heard that selling rep colognes can be bad for the skin. Why? Like, I mean, all cologne can be bad for your skin. It smells the exact same as the real ones. If you want proof of that, just buy a thing of Baccarat or go to your local mall and like sniff some Baccarat, and then after you buy the Baccarat, you'll be able to tell it's like basically the same thing. But arbitraging, do you collect customer info in your group and then send it to the vendor? Yeah, so like we sell them directly, and we just tell them like, okay, you want like this, just Venmo it or Cash App it or send us the money, or here's a payment link, and then they buy it, and then we ship it through, just the vendor themselves, and then we just place the order, and then I have a team that does it for me. So I just collect money for doing nothing, and then just like people come back because the products are good and they keep wanting them. Again, I would recommend that you do one product per. I found that one product per group just works a lot better. And then I paid for ads because I was lazy and didn't feel like doing organic. And I paid like, I don't know, like $1,000 in ads to get like, ended up being like $50,000 of business. So it's pretty good. Do Alibaba good vendors or not? DHgate better? DHgate better. But like Alibaba has like different things. So it's like Alibaba has a lot of the hidden vendors, which is fine. That's just kind of how it works. DHgate doesn't have everything, even though I have a deep love in my heart for DHgate. It just doesn't have everything. You ever use Taobao? Taobao is just you can't buy directly from Taobao. That's why you have to use an agent. They suck. Are the Rolexes on your spreadsheet good? I actually have one right here. So look at that. I have one that I just ordered. You can see it comes in this. I think this box looks pretty good. This is a pretty nice looking watch, I would say. At least in my opinion. I mean, I just got one just because I wanted one. So I think they're pretty good. You can see like that looks pretty nice. Like, I mean, the only way that you can tell, like the only way that somebody would be able to tell that it's a fake is if they opened it up and actually like looked inside. And I promise you, barely anybody cares. How do you spin it with a customer for Apple Watches when you have to use a different app to connect it to your phone? Just like I said, just say it's like a Bluetooth smartwatch. It's like an Apple Watch. That's why they're so cheap. So it's like for like $40, you get something that like looks like an Apple Watch, and then you can sell it sort of as an Apple Watch adjacent. So I sell them for like $100 each because people just want the Apple Watch experience, but they're totally fine with not having to pay the Apple Watch pricing. So you just have to explain to them. Do you think Mosify is a good and legit site for reselling? I don't know. I don't use it. But DHgate is good when you start an order without a massive fees, but is it best to switch to an agent right after? Why? If DHgate works, why would you fuck with it? It's like, if you have a system that's going well, don't fuck with it. Like, why are you trying to like constantly look for like a better thing? Like there probably isn't. And it's like, at least you know the current thing. It's like, this is something I've been thinking about a lot lately, but it's like, just stick to one thing and just like really understand that whole thing. Like, there are people who have made billions of dollars through fucking concrete. Like, do you think that concrete is the most like interesting and like advocating thing in the world? Probably not, but that guy loved it. That's why he did it. Look at like the free solo guy, the guy who climbs those rocks. He was just like, I want to climb that fucking rock, and then he did it, and now he's a millionaire because people are like, wow, he climbed that rock. That's really impressive. Think of it that way. Give me a second. I need to turn this off. Okay. Where do you sell your products? Do you have your own site? It's not really a site, it's more like a group. What can I do if I don't got $1 to my name? Get a job. Like, go work at Mickey D's, bro. They give you like $20 an hour. It's actually pretty good value. I tried online businesses for 8 years before I made a cent. Well, that's not true. I made $20. Back when YouTube AdSense didn't have a watch time requirement. I got paid like $20 for like some Minecraft videos I made. 6 years of Minecraft videos I uploaded like twice a week for 6 years. To be clear, all those videos sucked, but that's the thing that matters. In your opinion, money per product is best than profit per product. So when I'm talking about profit, I mean like how fast can something sell? So what you need to be looking at is more of like a top-down view. It's like if something gives you a 2 times return, but you can sell it 10 times as much as the thing that gives you a 5 times return, then you're going to be getting just more money in general. Because, like, think about it this way. Where's that fucking... Here. Because, like, think about it this way. Let's say you're selling something for, like, $500, and it costs you $250 to deliver and redeem, and I'm just going to exclude all that. You end up making $250, right? So this is what you end up making at the end of the day. But let's say you can only sell, I don't know, let's be nice, 2 of these a week. And I'm just assuming that you've like actually done everything that you can. And by done everything that you can, you have made like 100 eBay accounts. If you haven't done that, then we shouldn't even be having this conversation. But let's say that there's something you can sell for $100 and you make, I don't know, it costs you 75 to deliver. Or, sorry, it costs you 50 to deliver. And so you make 50. But you can sell like 10 of them per week. So 10 times 50, that's 500. And then 2 times, sorry, it's a bad comparison. 20 times 50. Let's say you can sell like 20 times 50. You make 1,000 per week compared to this where you make 500 per week. So that's what I'm saying, is focus on the thing that makes you more money overall and not the thing that has like a higher profit per. So, because at the end of the day, the only goal here is to make money. So if something makes you more money overall, which you should be like tracking all your data anyway, like you should have a big Excel sheet with all your orders and all your fulfillment, just so you like know what's going on. But like if you make $1,000 per week, that's going to be better than 500 per week, even if you're doing 10 times more work because you're doing more work. And worst case scenario, you can up your prices. So you can increase this to like 120, and then you're going to make a good amount more profit. You can buy in bulk, and then you'll get it for like 30 per. And then that'll add in like an extra $50 per profit. So it's like 100 per. So now you're making $2,000 per with the same amount of orders. So this is why I also tell people to buy in bulk, because the math just maths right. It's like if it costs you less money, you are going to make more money in the long term if you're selling a good amount. Now, I do understand that there is an argument for like, well, yeah, but you have to sell 20 products here. It's not really a big deal for me because it's like I just put people in a group and then I just sell them through a VA, so like it doesn't take anything out of me to sell. But like I understand if you're doing like meetups, you only want to meet like twice a week because it's like a pain in the ass. On that level, I get it. Even if you are making less money, because it is less work. But if your goal is to make more money, which it's my goal, then do the thing that ends up making you more money, is what I'm trying to say. By the way, I just received the AirPods order from DHgate, and they work super well. Nice going, boss. But I was wondering if it's normal that they do a sound every time I open up, even after I connect them. Um, I, I mean, did you connect them with Bluetooth? You probably should just play them through. It should go away after a while. That's weird. My eBay account got suspended. I'm under 18, so I can't open another bank account. Any ideas of what I should do? You can open another checking account. So this is why I tell people to use something like Mercury, where you can just like create a new account really easily. Also, your eBay account got suspended because you were being done with it, and also you can create a bank account in most countries when you're like 12. So you can probably create a separate bank account somewhere else. I'm in Romania if I want to sell AirPods. $20 in Romanian money, $100 if I sell it, $130, $106 RON. It is more money in Romania. I have $56. It's not more profitable. Okay, I don't really understand what you said there, but I think it's about what you figured out. Can you tell us a bit more about your group? Yeah, it's literally just a Telegram group. Like this is incredibly simple, guys. It's just like you just run ads to it. I use TikTok. You can use whatever, and then just sell them. It's like you just tell them in the group. Like you can DM every single person that joins and just be like, hey, you want to get AirPods? Hey, you want to get AirPods? Hey, you want to get AirPods? You can use something like ManyChat or GHL to automate that. And then you just sell them. Like you use like Venmo, Cash App, BTC, crypto, card cash. Have a bunch of reviews in there. Have videos of you with the product. It's just a more scalable way to do it. Like the old way works great. How much money have you made doing this? I put it in the title. So at least $1. At least $1. Yeah, I connected them with Bluetooth and they still do the sound. Get a refund. If it's like still being fucky with you, get a refund, and I apologize. That's not supposed to go that way. But also maybe just like give it a week. It might go away on its own. But I've never had that experience before. So as long as you actually bought from my vendor link, because I know, like, I can see it. Like sometimes people will go in and buy like some other link. Like they'll go in and like click the end of it, and it ends up being dog shit because they fuck the whole thing up. And you're selling to customers or like other resellers? Both. It just depends. So both end up working out. See if we have any more questions. Okay, Marcus. He's made 28,000. He sells Ray-Bans. Nice shit. He's currently scaling up. I've made $6,000 in the last 5 months using eBay. Is there anything else besides scaling up more? Again, everything. Like, just do everything. If, like, you're probably just not doing enough. Like, if you want to make more money, you need to do probably about 100 times more work than you're doing right now. Just to, like, set an expectation. It takes so much more effort than what you think. Like, I put so much fucking work into everything that I do. It is not easy if you want to scale. That's why I tell people reselling is like a really, really easy way to make your first like couple grand. But like when you want to scale, you're going to have to put in some real fucking elbow grease. It is not easy to make. It's not easy to make like 200,000 in like 6 months like I did. It requires a lot of work and a lot of investment and like real effort. What do you think about fake invoices, fake vendor verification cards? Like you see more and more people are using them. I think it's starting to become a red flag for buyers. If you're selling as one-to-one and not real, then it shouldn't be an issue. Any tips on when tax time rolls around? File self-employment. So file under self-employment, and just like taxes are not that hard. Like I have filed my own taxes for 3 years in a row, and I have had no issues with the IRS. I have never been audited. I have never done anything. Just like itemize all your expenses. So if you're buying product, that counts as an expense. So if you, I don't know, not to use my number, but like, let's say you technically made like 200,000 and only like 80 or 100 of that was actual profit. The other 100 is a write-off because that was an expense. Any ads that I spent, expense. Packing material, expense. And like I literally just went through my bank account statement, and I just took like 3 hours to do this on tax day. And I just went through one by one, boom, 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 added all up in a spreadsheet. And it took some work, but fun fact, life takes work. And then I just did it, and it's fine. How can I ask my mom to get a job? But ask your mom to get a job. Or go around your house or go around your neighborhood and start knocking on doors and ask people to like mow their lawns for like $20. Like make it happen. It's like I when I was a kid, I sold merch for my school and my church that I don't even go to anymore. I drop shipped it to like old people. I like made it myself, and I went up and I talked to them and I asked them about it. It's annoying, but yeah, that's what you have to do when you have nothing. You sell as one to one. Yeah, I sell as one to one. And when buyers ask, I just say like I don't really know. I think so. My grandma gave it to me. Worst case scenario, if you end up not liking it, I'll give you a refund. And when people hear that, they'll be like, oh, okay. And then if they don't like it, give them a refund. I always give refunds when people complain about anything. It's not worth the hit to your payment processor. It's not worth the hit to your accounts. Just take the L, give them their money back, get your product back. That's why eBay is nice too, because you can get the product back. That's a disadvantage of doing the group thing, is that there's no like real system for getting your shit back. So if you give somebody a refund, it's probably just lost money. Or if they charge back, which does happen. Most businesses operate at about a 1%, 1.5% chargeback rate, especially if you're e-com. Especially now. Chargeback fraud is very, very, very rampant. You say to vendors, if you don't like, I refund. No, I don't say that to buyers. Yeah. If they don't like. It just convinces people to buy more. Like, think about it this way. If you get, I don't know, 4 times as many people to buy because you have a refund guarantee, and then, like, let's say you get 4 people to buy instead of 2, and one of them refunds, and then you get your product back. So it's like no sweat off your ass. You're still making 25, not 25. You're still making 50% more money than you were with only 2 without the refund guarantee. That's also something you can test, and just see if it works. If I put one on one of my Facebook listing, will it get taken down? I don't know. Yeah, probably not. I mean, it might though. Like this is just part of the game, is that your accounts get taken down. If you don't want to deal with that, then sell to people in person, build up a client list, get their phone numbers, get off Facebook Marketplace. But also that's just part of the game. It's annoying, and it's just how it works. It's just how the game goes. Are you drop shipping? Yeah, I don't have a warehouse. I don't do any of that shit. I don't bother. Like most of the products that I have right now are just like sample products that I'll buy. I run light on inventory, partially because like I'm planning on moving in a year, and I don't want to like be tied down to where I'm at. In terms of like other things you guys can do to scale, like this is something I talked about in the guide, but just every single marketplace app. A lot of you are just like, well, I tried Facebook and it didn't work. Did you try Vinted, OfferUp, eBay, Mercari? Did you go through every single one of them? Did you make 3 accounts on every single one of them? And make sure that they were warmed up beforehand? Did you sell 3 products on every single one of them? No? Then you got work to do. It's just that simple. You ever use Shopify? Yeah, I have. And I don't like it. It's just... Shopify has too much control, and it's also expensive, and not expensive in the way that you think. It's expensive in terms of fees. So they charge you a flat like 3% fees, which eat into your margins fast. So does Stripe. That's why I like stuff like PayPal and Venmo, because their transaction fees are less. Cash App too. Cash App has no transaction fees. Okay, just that's a big eater into profits that people don't realize when you're doing e-commerce like we are, is transaction fees. Companies make fucking killings on fees. It's very, very expensive. Um, it's just, and it's just part of the game. Also, chargebacks. They eat into your margins fast. You didn't want to ask, place your first order for 8 AirPods, 1 North Face jacket. Good shit. Never done reselling. Never had success in business. You inspired me. Keep up the good work. You too, boss. Congrats on your order. Let me know when you get rich. Who the fuck dares to mention me? Can you tell me more about the $97 support package? So how it works is it's just like it's just the hidden vendors that I don't give out for free. If you want that, $97 right there, you can go buy it. And then it also comes with a course on how I would sell them. It's like 6 pages, really, really in depth. I spent like a month on it. So I would recommend checking it out. So it's better to sell off websites like Facebook or eBay since how Shopify is. I mean, like, you can make Shopify work. You're probably going to end up getting banned from it, though. So, like, I mean, a big thing you should take from this stream is, like, anybody can make anything work. I know people who have done hundreds of millions on Shopify. It's, like, it's not from reselling, but from, like, e-com. Like, it's possible. Like, you can make great money doing anything. And Shopify is really, really good for drop shipping and big scale, like, e-commerce. So if I was ever going to start, like, this is a plan that I'll probably end up doing one day. I have other things that I'm focusing on right now, but one of these days, what I would really love to do is fruit fly, is a supplement business. I just think it's fun. I just think it's a fun sale. I think it's fun to write copy for. I think it's got great margins. I would do it only on Shopify. Shopify has the best order fulfillment, which is a big thing people don't talk about. Their back-end system for actually being able to fulfill orders for people is fucking fantastic. It's extremely intuitive, extremely well made. So that's one thing. And then also I want to sell very high ticket info coaching on the back end. So it's like, here's the supplement stack that I took to go from, I mean, literally, like, this is actually something I'm, like, actively testing right now as I'm getting blood work done and doing supplements that I would take. And, like, I'm going to have proof. It's like, okay, my testosterone was, like, 600, and then taking these, even though, like, I work out 5-7 times a week, taking, like, these supplements specifically, speaking, I haven't taken them today, which taking, like, these supplements specifically boosted my testosterone by this much. And then you can have, like, case studies around yourself and then use that to leverage case studies around other people. And then when people actually buy the supplements, you can just sell them on a, like, coaching workout package later, which is what I plan on doing. Will you be able to talk to you in question on WhatsApp? Yeah, there's email support for 1 month. Should I still sell my AirPod Pros 2 that I bought from your vendors? Yeah, no, I'd sell them as long as they work fine, as long as the audio is fine. If you feel comfortable selling them, I don't know why they're having that experience. That's not normal. Like I said, you could just go get a refund from DHgate. Even the real one, do I sound? I don't know what that means. Does the real one have sounds? Yeah, it does. Like, before you connect it to Bluetooth. So there's probably some, like, bad circuit in there, which happens. It even happens with the real AirPods. But, like, I would just get a refund if you're iffy about it. But if you're just like, fuck it, I just want to sell, like, I don't want to wait, just sell it. It's like, whatever, it's not a big deal. All right, we're coming up on about an hour in the stream right now. I got about 10 minutes before I gotta go. I'm gonna go to the gym. So if anybody has any more questions, make sure to leave them right now, because I am dipping soon. Something to mention is that I am going to be having a big thing about reselling arbitrage. If that's something that you guys are interested in, I am planning on putting together a big program for reselling arbitrage. It's, to my knowledge, nobody really does it. Everybody who does do it, they do it differently than the way that I do it. And I think what I do is really special and unique, and I think more people should be doing it. I think it's really high leverage, and it's fantastic. And it's like one of the easiest ways to make money with reselling consistently on scale. So that's something that I'm going to be putting together soon. I'm also working on a really, really big program. I've worked on this for like months now. I call it the reselling track line. Basically, it's a day by day, step by step guide on how to get started with reselling. So basically, how it'll work is you read it. It's like day one, read this, learn about this, read this, learn about this, do that. And then it's like a day by day, like step by step plan on how to get rich with reselling. And there's like a ton of like resources with like spreadsheets for like tracking orders and tracking money made like per month. And there's going to be a lot of fun stuff. I'll try to get a somewhat stable form when it comes so I can start reselling. Well, the cool thing about reselling is that it's you can start with like $20, so you can get an AirPod 4s for like $20. It's one of the cheapest business models to start. People think that you can start like drop shipping with $0. It's complete bullshit. Shopify is very expensive. Ads are expensive. And organic content can be expensive and time consuming to produce. There is no such thing as a free lunch, but reselling is like as close as you can get, because again, it's like $20 to start. Like you just need $20. Like that's not a lot of money. I think it's less of a red flag than a guy who sells a product without saying real, but when I ask, they'll say the truth, than a guy who uses a fake receipt EC, because now a lot of people use it. Yeah, that's why I advocate for just selling fakes as fake. Like it's not real AirPods. Like we're not selling real AirPods here. Any like flavor around AirPods is just for marketing. But like you can go to Amazon right now and look up AirPods and find a bunch of fucking fake AirPods that never get taken down. Same thing with Temu. It's like we're just doing the same thing. Like when it becomes like shady and gray is like when you start saying like, oh, this is this thing. Like, oh yeah, this is like this thing, bro. Like it's like totally real. But it's like I'm telling you right now, people don't care as much as you think. Like you don't care. You would use the fake AirPods. I give fake AirPods out to my, again, AirPods, quote unquote. They're just Bluetooth earbuds. I give like AirPods out to my friends and family all the time. Like my fiance has one and she literally uses it daily, and it's like indistinguishable. So to me, I don't think it matters as much as people really put the emphasis on it. People just want the product that solves their need, and a lot of the times people just don't have the money for the real AirPods. So just fulfill that demand. That's all you're doing, or the real whatever. It's like you're just fulfilling the demand for cheaper. Have you ever been tempted to sell as real with fake proofs? No, because it doesn't make any sense. It's like it's literally just like a worse business. It's just like even ignoring like the moral element, it's just straight up like worse. Like I think it's a worse business. There's a lot more front-loaded work you have to do compared to just getting people who know that it's good. And if you just record videos of you using the fake, again, fake is relative. Excuse me. And if you just like record videos of you using the fake ones, and it's like nobody can tell the difference. I'm telling you right now, like nobody can tell, as long as you're like telling them what it is, like in depth, in detail, be like very, very specific. Anyway, talk about the reselling trackline more. I think that's going to be really, really good. Just so you guys know, it's going to cost more than an NFT, but less than a Bitcoin. I have put in months of work into this. I think it's unfair if I give it out for free. But I do have a smaller version of it coming out soon. Called the 90-Day Reselling Challenge. It's a video that I've been sitting on for actually a while now. But I think it's going to be pretty cool. Here, I'll show it off here. Basically how it works is it's just like a whole thing, but it's like a step-by-step thing. So it's like you just go here, do this, click here, click this, and imagine just like this, but like in way more detail with like way more work put in. We're going to be giving this out. And then there's like a nice little tracker in here that you can use. But we're going to be giving that out for pretty cheap. And by pretty cheap, I mean free. By cheap, I mean free. I think it's going to be pretty cool. How many vendors do you have in the paid package? It's about a dozen. And they're ones that you can't, like, I don't know a lot of people selling them. I've seen, like, I don't know, half a dozen people start selling them after I started. And and they're what I sell the most of consistently. But there's products in there I don't see anybody selling. Like, there's so much potential with the reselling that you guys just aren't seeing. You're just not tapped into yet. There are a lot of people who use fake invoices, so competition is even higher. Again, it's not competition. It's like, have you done enough of what I'm talking about, which is just selling one-to-ones? You probably haven't. Like, you just need to do 10 times more of what you're doing. You just need to put in more work. It's like you're just not doing enough. I'm telling you that it's not easier. People think it's easier, it's just not. Like, it's not what you think it is. Just do the thing that's been like proven to work and just like keep going. And just like make it happen. I sales one-to-one is best. Yeah, it's better. Because people know what they're getting, and if they like it, they'll keep coming back. No, I don't think it's easy. I mean, nothing is easy. There's no such thing as a free lunch, but have you done enough? Probably not. You need to do just 10 times more of what you're doing. It's not easy, but it's simple. It's like any business is like this. But reselling is way easier than I'm telling you something like drop shipping is, or high ticket info coaching, or like any kind of service. It's easier than all of that combined. What do you mean by enough? You're just not making enough accounts. If you've only made like one eBay account and you're only selling on one eBay account, that's not enough. You need to do like 10 minimum. I know, like, if you want to talk to resellers who are doing like big numbers, that's what they're doing, is they're just doing like 100 accounts. And they just go through and they spend like days making these accounts. They use something like Proton Mail, and then they buy proxies with like NordVPN, and they just do more. It's just not enough. You're not doing enough. That's why I tell people to make one listing on that's why I tell people to sell 3 products on every single marketplace listing app. And there's a couple of reasons for this. Number one, it's like if you've never sold anything on a marketplace app, that's like the easiest way to figure it out. It's like you'll figure out how to list the product, you'll figure out how to ship it, you'll figure out how to sell it if you do like 3 of non-reselling related products. And then finally, when you actually move to reselling, which is higher profit margin, most likely than what you would be selling if you just went and like bought some clothes from a thrift store or something. If you really want to do it right, and if you really want to like scale bulk, and like, again, the way that I recommend it is not the only way. Like, I know people who have done it way differently than me and have had success. But what I'm telling you is that you're probably just not doing enough. Like you're probably just not doing enough work. And like anybody who's sitting here telling you like, you're right, because in TikTok they say reselling it's like free 30K per month with 1 hour work. I mean, you can build it up to be that, but it takes like thousands of hours of work before you get to that point. That's what happened with me. That's why I do arbitrage now, because it's like I don't really have to do anything because everything gets done for me. But like I also pay people to do things for me, and I had to put in a lot of work to train them how to do it, to also deal with chargebacks when they come through, how to like process refunds. Like, I mean, there's still a good amount of work that happens. It's not an hour a week. Passive income is a myth, because the amount of work that it takes to create, like I have a video coming out about this, like specifically with relating to reselling, is like specifically relating to reselling. I promise you're just not doing enough. Like, it just takes more work. And a lot of people just want to sell like the easiest get rich quick thing so that they can make like $27 off their vendors. And like, I'm not knocking selling vendors. Like, I do it. But like, what I'm knocking is I'm knocking just like saying that it's like the easiest thing ever. I think it's easier than any other business model. And you're talking to somebody who's found success in dropshipping, in e-com, outside of reselling, in SaaS even. Like, if you want to talk about a hard business model, I grew a SaaS company to 5K a month reoccurring. And like, do you know how fucking hard that is? Do you have any idea? That was like 2 years of work. And I ended up just shutting the whole thing down because it just wasn't making enough. Like, It's so fucking hard to do anything in business. It's just so much more work than you think. It's like years. And that's a big thing that I'm realizing, that like when I start looking for like new opportunities, I think bigger. I think of like, how can I just do more? Anyway, guys, I gotta go. Thanks for watching.